By the way, is this filming now? It is, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
But is this whole thing, when are we starting?
Whenever, really. It could be starting right now. Depends on what the editor does with it.
All right.
Take one, scene one, roll one. Yes, there we go. And 3.
Sean Spielberg.
Lights, camera, action. And then I'll just do the same to you. There you go. I'll throw that over there.
I've got to resist the urge not to look at the audio. There you go. Sorted. We know it's recording.
Okay, so this feels weird, doesn't it?
Yeah, I feel like I want to get into the routine of saying welcome to Cinema Rules.
Yeah,
but it's different, Sean.
It is different.
But it's not the first podcast.
It's not.
We did 7 podcasts.
We did 7 episodes back in the day, like 3 years ago, on our Patreon page. Yeah. Up until the point where we realised we took on more than we could chew.
Yeah, but this is phase 2.
This is phase 2. This is we're in the end game now.
But right, how long has it been since we've uploaded as of today? I think I checked and it was like 4 weeks. So it's been a month.
It's been about a month, but for us filming, it's been about 2 maybe.
2 months.
And you guys are all probably thinking, why? Where have you gone? Where have you been?
Truth is, Sean ran away. Yeah, well, I don't know. You take it, man. You take it. You because
I came to you. I came to you, didn't I?
You didn't come. You didn't come. Well,
to you came to my house.
I came to your house because we were recording another episode, another reaction, weren't we? And we've been doing reactions for like. It sounds weird to say. 3 years?
Nearly 4.
Nearly 4 years.
I think it would be 4 years in August.
Solid reactions,
which is crazy.
Yeah, and actually, when I look at, I didn't go back and watch it, but I did watch a clip of Nightmare on Elm Street, which was the first one we did. Man, I loved doing it. I loved doing it. When we first started out doing reactions, I was like,
there was excitement.
I was like, this is it.
This is it.
This is the bee's knees, man. I was like, but like we did these playlists. We did the horror originals, and we did sequels, all sorts,
sci-fi, foreign films.
And the reason we started it was because we were watching other people do it, and we wanted to watch films ourselves. Like we've always grown up watching films, haven't we?
We have, and I think the reason I came to you first saying, "Oh, do you want to do a reaction channel?" Because I felt we said to ourselves that we were film buffs and we were film fanatics. Yeah. But surprisingly, we had not watched a lot of classic movies.
I actually think we have watched a lot. We had watched a lot of classic movies, but
selective.
There are so many.
There are
thousands and thousands of films.
But to be fair, we've missed the main ones.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, we started with horror because we felt like that was a lot of filmmakers get into that genre, don't they, as their first production.
There's a very passionate,
and that was what it was for us. It was a gateway to talking about films more, and therefore creating film more, because we still do want to be.
Well, we love movies so much, and we wanted an excuse to watch more movies, and reaction channels, or a reaction channel was our gateway to just learning about movies, which is. We didn't do it to grow a fan base. We didn't do it for money. We did it because we enjoyed it. And we enjoyed the idea of it.
And then people are still like, what the hell's happening here? What are they talking about? But I came to you to do a reaction. Yes. What did you say to me?
I said, the channel's been deleted. And then you were like, what? And I was like,
because I've seen some of that happen to someone, but we've seen it happen to a reactor we know before.
A lot of channels.
No, you were like, I'm not feeling it.
Not feeling it.
Yeah, I'm not feeling doing a reaction.
Yeah,
and I was like, no, but we've been going through a stale period in our BFGF film watching relationship.
So we started off the year like any year. We were like, we're gonna start off like full, hitting the ground running, and we're gonna do a load of film reactions. And we did a load of film reactions. I think we filmed 10.
And we got into the swing of things really fast. And there's still ones we haven't uploaded.
Yeah, there's still about 4 videos that we haven't uploaded. And but the reason why we haven't uploaded them is because of a load of copyright claims. and editing issue. It's just exhausting trying to get those through.
But it became a bit stale because we were both kind of like cancelling on each other, weren't we, and doing the reactions for like lots of different reasons.
I mean, life gets in the way, Tom. I mean, you've just moved house.
Yeah, I've just moved house.
You've got.
I'm gonna have a second. We're gonna have a second kid as well. You've got a new job. You've got your flat.
I went through a breakup.
You went through a breakup, which was really tough as well.
Yeah.
And I don't know. There are barriers, aren't there? Because people think when people when people comment on our channel, they're like, they think this is all we do, and they think we do it full time. But
we have full-time jobs.
We just do this.
This is just this started as a hobby, and it continued as a hobby.
Yeah.
You're a teacher. I'm a technical coordinator for a construction company. Those are our full-time jobs. Those are the jobs that pay the bills. This was never really meant to replace that.
People think you're just two random like rich YouTubers talking about films.
Yeah.
But no, life gets in the way, doesn't it? So we had a bit of a problem keeping up with the speed of it
and the schedule and the expectation.
Because you're sometimes you're sitting there for 3 hours watching. And you're performing for the camera as well. Now, it's not to say that we're acting.
Yeah, before you say performing, I think I was going to say, we have to act up to the camera, but it's not acting. Okay, what it is that when you watch a film, you want to be relaxed, you want to switch off, and you want to be engrossed in the story. We were never that. For the majority of the end of the reactions, I say the end of the reactions, the reactions that we've recently done, because we have to be 100% focused throughout a 3-hour period. And after work, it's exhausting.
Yeah. And it's also the awareness of the camera. And people are going to be like, oh, crying my eyes out, you have to watch a film in front of a camera. But after your work. But it's tiring.
Until our editor recently came out with a reaction channel. And I was talking to him about it all, and he says he gets it. Like, watching a film and being 100% focused, having to think about what you're going to say at specific times, or analysing it to the nth degree every 5 minutes, is exhausting. And we stopped, or I did in particular, I stopped enjoying watching movies, which is crazy because I love movies.
Your favourite thing to do.
It's my favourite thing to do.
It was your favourite thing to do.
So, and up until recently, the start of this year, we actually went to the cinema. We stopped going to the cinema. That's how bad it got. Yeah. Because we were like, we're going to wait for this film to come out on streaming so that we can watch it for the channel. And we stopped going to the cinema. And the cinema is one of my favourite things. Favourite places.
It's where you enjoy it, isn't it?
So we went to see Dune 2 and Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
I had a triplet of epiphanies going to the cinema again, which reignited my absolute love for going to the cinema, right? One was Dune 2, obviously, which we went to see together with a few mates.
Yeah.
I think my dad went as well.
Yeah.
One was, I got to go to the first Omen in London as well, which was
amazing,
awesome.
Experience.
Like, that film I thought was like, for a horror prequel.
Nobody talks about it enough.
But people haven't spoken about it enough, which is really sad. Thought it was quite original and just aesthetically great. But and then the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes as well, which was just like a great, fun, adventurous epic. And these are films, like, I mean, I know we react on your TV screen, and we still react on mine, which is like fairly good. Like, it's a good screen, but some reactors, they react on a little computer screen, don't they? Like, if you're watching Dune 2 for the first time
on a
screen like that, I mean,
I beg to question
I'm not even over exaggerating the feeling that I had when I watched that film. I thought it was insane.
Mate, I watched it in the IMAX, and the whole room rumbling.
I mean, I've got a few problems with like the writing, even some of the performances and that, but the spectacle of the film, like, those films don't come around often, do they? No. So for me, and then for you as well, we were like, what we do? We need to just go and get engrossed in the film again. Go and watch it for fun again, and we can still talk about films.
Yeah,
that's what our idea was, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I came to Tom and I said I wasn't feeling it, and I feel like the channel should go in a new direction. and a more mature direction. We've been doing this for almost 4 years, and back then we've grown since then, and I think we've matured since then. Right.
I'm not throwing shade at reaction channels because we've done it for 3 years, right? Yeah. But I always felt, and I said this to you as well, didn't I? I always felt a slight tinge of embarrassment for being a reactor, because the term reactor. Oh yeah, I've been told off already. I always felt a slight tinge of embarrassment for being a reactor, because I thought like you're almost sapping other people's work and riding on the coattails of it.
Yeah.
Whereas. But then at the same time, I still the reason why we watch.
There's a sense of immaturity surrounding reaction channels as well. I don't know.
And I think they become so prolific.
Yeah.
Like even when we started, there was a lot of reaction.
But we started in the right time. Like we started in COVID, and that was a perfect opportunity to grow. But
just at the start of COVID, wasn't it? But which is a good time to grow. But now there's a lot of people out there that are doing it, and that's not a bad thing. Because I think the reason people watch reaction channels are because they love those films and they want that shared experience themselves of talking to somebody or hearing about somebody's viewpoints on it.
It's why I wanted to start one in the first place, because I loved going to the cinema, watching a film, and then whoever didn't watch it, and whether it would be my friends or family, being like, "Do you want to? I'll go and see it again with you because I want to see your reaction to it." So that's, and I'd always show people, YouTube videos and see them like reacting to my favorite moments or funny bits of anything really. But now, doing reaction videos, it's zapped the fun out of watching movies for me.
And when you're in the cinema, you still have that shared experience with people, but you're in your head, right? You're in your head, so it's also relaxing at the same time. You can engross yourself in a different world, like a lot easier.
Which is why we're sitting at this table, because the thing that we both agreed on is it became stale, it became repetitive, our reaction videos, and we stopped enjoying watching movies, and we stopped going to the actual cinemas. So we have recently, and they reignited that passion and that love for watching movies, and our passion now, or has always been, talking about
the movies. And I really hope that people get that when they watch our reactions. That bit at the end, I really like doing.
What, the review?
We're actually reviewing it and talking about it. Yeah. But again, it's hard to do that coming straight out of it, because you've got no time to actually have a thought process. And it became a bit stale, didn't it? So we chose the podcast format instead.
Yeah. So this is welcome to the Cinema Rules podcast. This is how we envisage the channel moving forward as a podcast.
Yeah. And I think straight away,
half of our audience
will be like, I don't give a damn.
Yeah,
I don't care.
100%.
I don't care. But I don't want to watch these guys ramble on. They feel like they're self-important. They feel like people care. People care about what they're going to say.
No, I'll tell you this. We started the channel. We started the channel because we enjoyed watching movies, and we did it because we enjoyed it. Then we realized we garnered an audience very quickly. Then it slowly became about the numbers. I'm being 100% honest here. It became about the subscriber count. It became about the money.
You start picking films because you think they're the ones that will do well. They're the ones people want to see, not because you want to see them necessarily.
And I hope people see us taking it in this direction and really understand the fact that, we understand we're going to alienate a hell of a lot of people on our channel. But we understand that we're going to probably lose a lot of subscribers, and and whatever money that they're supporting us with will go. We don't care now. No, I don't care. I want to do something that I enjoy.
Yeah, I care. I still love the audience, and I want to take them with us.
100%. I hope that. I hope they like us.
I like they've done so much for us. Like they engage so much with the videos.
The amount of stories we've heard, about their lives and how we've touched them, and how and they've touched us back, not in that weird way, but in a heartfelt way. But
But
we love you guys.
Yeah, and we want to take it in a direction where we're still able to talk to you guys, the audience, talk to everybody, but talk about film, talk about TV, but just have it be fun, enjoyable, relaxing, having those conversations that we enjoy, where it doesn't become about the numbers.
Yeah,
where it doesn't become about money making.
It will always be just two guys chilling out, talking about movies, which is what they
because
enjoy.
that's what we've always done. We've known each other. We've probably said it in like live streams before, haven't we? But we've known each other since probably 20 years. No, 25 years.
25 years.
25 years, which is nuts, isn't it? Like
almost our entire life.
Almost our entire lives. So that's what brought us together in the first place as friends, wasn't it?
Yeah,
talking about films like Jurassic Park and Star Wars and stuff like that.
And now we're taking it, reactions. I will always respect reactors because of how it's actually deceivingly difficult to maintain, especially if you've got a full-time job. And I think you're doing it on the side.
There are some reactors out there that do it, and they're probably the ones that do it themselves that thought straight away, I'll quit my job and just do it full time. And we probably could have done that.
We could have done that at one point, but
I think actually it wouldn't have gone the way we wanted it to go.
I think we would have still gotten to this point.
I think it would have got stale quick. It would have got stale fast. And I found it becoming repetitive in the stuff we were saying in the videos as well.
Yeah. I don't think we were offering much
insight or critique. And you know what?
Between videos.
One of the things that I always hated in a comment that we got was, these guys talk too much over the movie. Like, what are they doing? They're missing the whole movie. And
it's a reaction video.
These guys,
it's not just the film.
And
it's
actually,
the reaction
we actually
video.
sat there. If you get the whole footage, like if you're on Patreon and you watch that whole reaction, we're just sitting there like for a good while of it. We're not talking over the whole thing.
It's just the fact that it's edited around us talking, and you need to do that in order to avoid the copyright claims. And that's another reason why I feel there's too much stress put on us when we get a copyright claim.
And I understand it as well. I understand that people don't want you showing their whole film on YouTube or even like the sound. Music is an issue as well, isn't it, with copyright if there's music in there. But so you don't want to run the risk of like putting all this work and effort in, almost getting to 100k subs, which by the way I still can't wait for.
Yeah.
And then getting it deleted like that. I feel like if you're talking about your thoughts, your feelings,
wasn't there that Primate channel that got to like 75k subscribers and then got deleted?
It's a Primate. I think he got above 100k. I'm sure he got above.
No, I don't think he did.
Above 100k and then he got deleted.
Because I don't think he got his plaque. I thought it was just before. No, sorry.
No, he did get a plaque.
He did.
And he's just got it again.
It was Vicuña.
Vicuña, yeah.
She was at like 70k and then it got deleted. So shout out to Vicuña, who bounced back, by the way. It's got 100k now.
Yeah.
So fair play to you. Like you like.
Yeah.
I don't think we would have been able to do that. Bounce back from zero. Jesus.
Yeah, there's been a few people out there. But like I say, it's also so popular now doing reactions, isn't it?
It's getting a bit oversaturated, isn't it?
Yeah, oversaturated.
And but not only out there, but in our lives, I think it's just.
What do you mean, like?
Like we're just growing tiresome of it.
Yeah. By the way, can I give you my Cinema Rules business card? By the way, just as you say, you're tired of it.
Oh, yeah.
No, yeah.
Should say podcasters now.
Yeah. We've been spotted a few times out in the open, haven't we, by fans, which is always great. I always love that. It's such a good experience.
It is amazing.
When I was at a gig I told you, didn't I? I was at a gig the other day, and my dad was there.
Yeah.
And some guy comes up and goes, I wish I remember his name so I could give him a shout out. But he was like, are you from Cinema Rules? You got me through lockdown, and like that.
Was awesome.
Great.
Awesome
like that was awesome. And then on the side, my dad was like, "What the hell?" He never believed that we had
the first
fans on
the first time
YouTube.
We got recognised. I say we. It was me because I was actually.
I didn't believe you, by the way.
No, you didn't. I was on holiday with my.
It happened twice before.
It happened like three times before you got.
First time it happened when we were together. We were at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And that was cool.
That was cool.
Yeah, first time it happened to you.
Yeah, I was in Wales having a small weekend holiday, with a couple of university friends, and we were just sitting outside in a cafe in Llandudno in Wales, such a random location. And this guy, I was just talking to my friend, and I could see this guy slowly walking towards the table, and I caught his eye, and he was like, "Are you Cinema Rules?" And I was just like, what
it's
the hell is going on?
When it first happens, you feel weird, don't you?
I was just like,
and then when someone hovers around and they want like a selfie or something,
I was more excited than he was. I was like, hell yeah, I am.
And the first time it happened to me when I was by myself, I asked the fan to take a selfie on my phone because I wanted you to. I wanted you to know.
Me that, and I was just like, Tom, that's not how this works.
That's not how it works. And I was like, yes. And then it happened down your street.
It was my brother's street.
Your brother's street.
So I was helping my brother move back in.
Which I thought was the wildest one for me. Because
because it's just so close to home. I was helping him move back in after he lived in South Korea for a year, and I was driving out of his street, and this guy just jumps out in front of my car, waves me down, and it's literally about 3 doors down.
Yeah.
And I rolled down my window, only ever so slightly, because I was like, "Is this guy going to kill me?" And he just puts his phone out and he's like, "Is this you?" And it was the Joker thumbnail.
Where we both had the
half. And I was just like, "Yeah, it is." And he was like, "We are literally just watching you on the TV as we speak." And I was just
on the TV
on the TV. I was just like, "Oh, wow, that's amazing!" Like, and then it was just, it's just surreal, and we can't thank the fans enough. I say we did it initially for ourselves, and it was exciting, and it did become stale for ourselves, but we want to adapt, not only for ourselves but for you guys. We want to still put out content. Like, we could so easily just be like, well, it's a reaction channel, we're no longer potentially doing... I say we're no longer doing reactions.
We have said we'll do the odd one if we really want it, especially with maybe groups of our mates.
Groups of mates, Halloween, we'll definitely do stuff.
Yeah, and I want to even the original series like Elm Street and Friday the 13th. I still want to finish those off.
We'll probably still do the odd one, but it will be very few between.
But what I want to speak about is film news as well, like the TV shows we're watching, the films we're watching outside.
Discuss film
reviews as well, and we can go more in depth.
Playing games. Yeah. We've got a game later on. This, by the way, this is the prologue to our podcast, because we know for a fact that there'll be new listeners that won't give a damn about what we're saying right now,
what we're doing.
Yeah. So,
but this is for you guys.
This is for you guys,
because we don't want to alienate you. We want to bring you with us.
Yeah, exactly.
Into phase 2. Is it phase 2 or is it phase 3?
I think it's phase 4, because we've been doing it for 4 years. But should we do this episodically, and should it be seasons? So 1 year is season 1 of our podcast, and then season 2 is the second year.
That's quite cool. I like that. I mean, I think we should definitely number them.
Yeah.
But we're still working out. We're still working out what we want to do. It's meant to be relaxed, and I already feel relaxed.
It's so much easier than the film reaction, isn't it?
I feel relaxed and chill. I was worried about whether or not we'd be segmented or rigid. Try and plan it too much.
We don't want to do that too much, but at the same time we still want to give some sort of structure. But just to kind of wrap things up in this prologue, because we don't want this prologue to be too long. For Patreon subscribers, we'll obviously upload the podcast earlier than it will be on YouTube.
Yeah, we'll just put the whole thing up.
But we'll also do behind the scenes footage of us just everyday life, maybe.
Yeah. Well, our plan
setting up.
Our plan as well is to do different sections, talk about TV, talk about film, play games, have people on the podcast as well,
doing interviews. I'm already trying to line up a few interviews with people in the industry. But so there'll definitely be some exclusive content for Patreon subscribers. So do not worry about that at all. But you will also, not only will we be on YouTube, but we'll be on Spotify, we'll be on Apple Music, we'll be on Google Podcast. We'll be on a lot of different platforms, and YouTube and Patreon will be video. I don't know, Spotify might even be video podcast as well. But what I wanted to say is, one, we're not going anywhere. 2, we hope that you enjoy this and at least give it a go.
It might people might actually end up seeing us more because of this.
Yeah, because
we hated getting into that point where it was like 3 weeks between videos, 2 weeks, 4 weeks between videos.
Yeah, exactly. So what we'll be doing is, obviously, I think we're aiming for every Sunday we'll release a podcast, and throughout that week, the week after that Sunday, we'll be editing our podcast down to small bite-sized topics that we talk through the main podcast. So technically, you'll be getting a lot more content from us, a lot more bite-sized content, but also a lot more long-form content, and a bit more variety as well. We'll be playing games on this. We've got a game lined up in the first episode, which will be released alongside this prologue, by the way. So give it a go. Check out episode 1.
Even if you look at the titles and just see, they're talking about Game of Thrones, they're talking about A Quiet Place Day 1, whatever it is, you're interested in it, to have the conversation with us, because we want to talk to you guys as well. We want to get comments in.
This is something that you can stick on whilst you're driving to work or back home, or before you go to bed on a Sunday. You're just chilling out, and you know. Instead of reading, because nobody reads nowadays.
I do.
I actually am.
Reading rules.
If you can see,
reading rules. That's the spin-off podcast, Sean. Yeah, we get it. You like Stephen King.
Right. So, yeah.
Thanks for joining us on the prologue.
On the prologue of our
prologue
podcast.
to the quest that is the journey of our phase 4.
Yes. We hope that you guys stick through this with us.
Yeah, and we're still on the quest to watch every film ever made.
Of course.
It's just we'll talk about them in more detail.
Exactly. So let us know in the comments what you think about this new direction, any concerns.
Yeah.
If you've got even negative comments,
and they'll be there. Yeah,
just throw them in there. But we get it. But we have made this decision for us. For me, it did definitely affect just getting through the day. It's almost like mentally, I was just drained, and I've done this for the health of myself as well.
It's hard to explain, isn't it? It's hard to explain, but at least we're one that I never wanted to give it up.
Never.
No.
Never. We've created this community, and why would we ever just drop it? Yes, we've been absent here and there, but that's because we're trying to figure things out as we progress through life.
Yeah.
And we mature, and we've got more stuff going on in our lives. So anyway, thank you for listening. We'll see you hopefully in episode 1.
Episode 1.
Which will be out today, so go check it out.
Yeah.
But thank you for listening.
Yeah, thanks.
And we'll see you in the next episode.
I'm excited.
Cheers.